Welcome to this video module focused on technical writing careers. We will look at several issues related to this topic of careers in the field. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to describe a typical career path for a technical writer, describe predictions for the need in the future for technical writers, describe what an API writer does, and name 5 possible job titles for technical communicators. No single approach. There is no typical or single way to look at the career path of a technical writer. Many who start out working for a company go on to successful freelance careers or set up a technical writing agency. Some writers move into project management, marketing, or executive level positions. Movement from technical writer to senior technical writer to manager is possible in some companies, but in others, a lone writer can exist. When a writer has a technical specialty, they can move into a position as an analyst, an editor, or trainer. Some writers specialize in producing classroom materials and e-learning and transition into instruction design work and teaching. Some join companies that specialize in media work or consulting. If a person accepts a position as a technical writer, the career path from that point can include usability work and business analysis. In some groups, information architect and web designer are options. What the future could hold. The U.S. Department of Labor expects employment of technical writers to grow from 2010 to 2020. The prediction of that pace of growth is higher than the average for all occupations, especially in technology sectors. Most in the field have a college degree and/or a certificate in technical writing. Some have experience in engineering, computer science, advertising, marketing, or web design. One particular specialty. Recently, API writers have become a particular specialty. These technical writers describe an API, application programming interface, for an audience that includes the following: developers, programmers, system architects. The API consists of elements for building a software application. These elements can include interfaces, structures, and functions. Development teams use the API to work with software. The API for a programming language can consist of constructs. The technical writer can help programmers deal with all of the constructs and remember their functions and defined parameters. In this case, the technical writer must understand source code enough to write the supporting documentation. Technical writers can extract the documentation by looking at the programmer comments that are in the source code. When working on API documentation, technical writers must work with programmers as products and software change through iterations and releases. These technical writers can have a background in computer science, programming, and technical writing. Languages can include assembly, C, C++, Java, and PHP. Here are some of the elements involved in API writing. 1. Writers spend time understanding the source code. 2. Writers must communicate well with developers. 3. Writers can also create end-user documentation for the product. And 4. Writers can produce a variety of products, including installation guides, administrative manuals, developer guides, programmer manuals, and reference guides. A look at some job titles. The Society for Technical Communication, STC, lists these job titles for those involved in technical communication, which is an umbrella term that includes technical writers. Abstractor, e-learning specialist, globalization specialist, human factors professional, indexer, information developer, information architect, information designer, instructional designer, localization specialist, teacher, technical editor, technical illustrator, technical writer, trainer, usability professional, virtual designer, web designer, and web developer. Let's review. In this module, we looked at issues related to careers in technical writing. You should now be able to describe a typical career path for a technical writer. Describe predictions for the need in the future for technical writers. Describe what an API writer does, and name 5 possible job titles for technical communicators. Thank you once again for watching this technical writing training module.